So let's have a go at this scene here. That the challenge here will be trying to create this effect here in the sky where we've got this light coming through the clouds. All orange, maybe a bit of red. Let's see how we get on. It's not a lot in this scene, just a simple building, an interesting sky. It's mainly about the sky, this scene. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe. Let's get on with it and let's see how we get on. Red. And if you want to watch these ad-free, you can go to my website and join me on tier 2, and you'll also get access to all the reference images as well, and any traceables that I provide. We can also, while we've got that warmth there, let's paint the building. We'll be painting over that as well, but go over there. Let's just paint over the whole lot. So this is the grass area. So this will unify the painting because we've got this colour in the sky, on the building, and in the grass area. We're using a fairly big brush, 9 inches by 12 inches. And then take some cobalt blue. Very watery again. We've got some lighter sky up here. And just let it touch into that. Don't fiddle with it too much. Very watery. Even go over the side of the building there if you wanted to. Not on the rooftop though. Cut around that. Just put it up into there while it's still damp. So a lot of this is, see how it goes. If the paper started to dry, you might not be able to do certain things. We can bring that down to there. We'll be painting over that in a moment anyway. Before this dries, let's go darker with ultramarine blue and just a touch of red, a bit of cobalt blue, bit of brown, burnt sienna, just to grey that off a little bit. And this needs to be dark up here. We're getting the contrast. So don't use a brush that's too small because we need to cover the area. Still damp. You can always use your spray bottle if you need to. Just going to go over that again at the top there just to make sure it's dark. And it should have dried here now. So I'm going to switch to a smaller brush for a little bit more control. And it's dried in places and not in others, so we will get a variety of edges, which is good. So just paint into that slightly, make sure it's all abstract. No straight lines or anything like that. Just clean your brush off if you get something like this. I just need to clean that off. And you just have to accept, what happens here. Give it a little spray. Just give me a bit more time. Just going to go over the top again before it does dry. Just again further grey that off with a bit of blue. So quite dark there. I want a soft edge here, so I shall just manipulate that a little bit with some water. It needs to be a little bit darker along here, so I'm just going to grey that off over here. I'm just using water to soften edges where I want the edges soft. I'll go a little bit warmer with some purple orange and red over here. But again, I don't want that hard edge there. So, clean water, soften it. Bit of blue there. The paper's still damp in areas, so we can play about. Not much longer though, because it's starting to dry. Bring that blue down there. Again, I've got a hard edge there. Just use water just to soften that. But the important thing is, don't lose this light up here. Whatever you do. Just a few little bits of abstraction. Just touch it with my finger there just to just before it dries, have a look, see if we've got any unsightly edges and things going on. So just take care of those. Give it one last little spray. And let's have a go with that distant blue hill. Used a bit of cerulean, but I haven't used cerulean blue for ages. So we've got damp paper there, so we'll get a soft edge in here, which is fine. Cobalt blue. Around the side of that building. We've got dry paper there, so we'll get a nice hard edge. And then we'll dry that off. That's the first wash done, so stick around because now I'll show you how to handle that foreground and how we can use contrast to really make that building stand out after the break. Although I was trying to be fairly close to the reference image, that it's done its own thing to a certain degree, so you just have to accept it, go with it, don't fight it. Now we can do the rooftop, which is fairly dark in tone. Nice load up brush. Leave a little bit of that stain underneath to come through. We'll give it that illusion of those tiles. Much stronger in tonal value. I can negatively paint those blades of grass up against the side of the house. And that shadow goes across there. Dark opening of that barn. Again, leave a few little bits. Dark under there. And just going to lift off a bit of paint there to make that look like the inside of the wall. Again, maybe just lift off a little bit of paint. Add a bit of texture. Bit of burnt sienna on its own. Suggest a few little bricks. A bit of water. Nice strong dark, so just a bit of neutral tint. Under the eaves. I'll get that in while it's dark, while it's damp. Put one or two little darks around the tiles of the roof there. Fine. Just pick up some of that, put it into the blue, which will give us a grey. These are these fence posts and just a little bit of a hill there behind that maybe. Grass area. And a bit of burnt sienna. Touch of red. Warmth, quite thick paint here. Bit of water. Brush on its side. Just flick a few little bits up. Probably too wet. Let's dry it off. So again, I'll dry the paper. So I'm working on dry paper to get those hard edges. So stick around and I'll show you how I achieve the illusion of detail. And at the end of the painting, which is coming up shortly, I'll talk about where the edges are hard, soft, and why. So quick break and let's get this painting finished. Blades of grass here. This just acts as a bit of a stop. Just keep it all very abstract. Skoda Perla, perfect for this. So it's fine point. I'll choose my other brush here, the rigger. How much is too much? And then I should go a little bit darker in there again and just lose a little bit of that. And brush on its side, just to flick up. I've gone quite dark in here now. I can also scratch out. As I've got some gouache freshly squeezed out from the previous painting, I shall just take a little bit of yellow while that's still damp. Fun having a go doing these random abstract shapes. Make sure we leave perhaps a little bit of a opening for the eye to come in. That'll do. So let's take the tape off. Quite a straightforward painting that there's quite a few sort of interesting techniques going on there, that you could paint this as simply as you wanted. Sort of captured the light there a little bit. That's quite nice. That it's the dark against the light that works. The building looks like it's part of the landscape because of the connection here. And we've got a nice soft edge across there, which turns into a harder edge there. And some just abstract shapes here in the foreground. Bit of paint splattered up there, so ideal spots for birds. So there you go. Good luck, and I shall see you on the next video. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you'd like to see another beginner demo, there's one coming up here, and if you want to see lots, join me on my membership site on tier 2 of my website. Links in the description.